gentlemen, welcome to Mrs. Brown's Boys.
She's Mrs. Brown. That's Mrs. Brown. Oh, Mrs. Brown.
Her family threatened. Her livelihood stolen. But this summer, she's ready for the mother of all battles.
No! This is the movie! I'm an independent trader. I'm loving it. Tom, if you're not buying, feck off.
Let's see which stall will be the next one to go.
They won't be happy till they close us all down.
But they won't take me without a fight. There's nothing to worry about. God's sake, sometimes you're as useless as a knitted condom.
This Mrs. Brown, she has a mouth on her.
Fresh fruit and vegetables!
You better take this serious.
You sell your stall, you stupid bitch!
Anything else, love?
I have a plan. Does it involve blind ninjas?
Go.
Maybe.
Where is Mrs. Brown?
Should do something.
In the studio with me today, I have Agnes Brown.
We will hear what Mrs. Brown has to say.
2 chips, 1 smoked cod.
One of you lot threatened my mother, and I'm not having that.
It's all very dramatic. I love the movies.
You don't mind a little examination, do you?
Well, as long as I can leave me clothes on.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie.
Now what?
I don't know.
You could disguise yourself as a man.
No, Winnie, I'd never get away with it.
Hello, and welcome to Spoilers at the Movies.
We are at the movies, of course. We're at Reading, as always. Our usual background.
Yes, of the car window and the white wall.
Yeah, no, we're just seeing Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, yes, very, very funny. I laughed.
I cried.
Well,
No, look.
if you're gonna go in expecting, a serious Oscar bait movie,
Oscar-worthy movie, nah. It's really just like the TV show. It's goofy. It pulls a lot of puns out of left field, and it's basically a pantomime in a movie, and it doesn't do it as good as the show. Like, they did a few bits where the actors obviously screwed up and tried to not hold it back. But I think they're all trying to get it right the first time. There was only like 3 or 4 times they did it, and it didn't seem as natural.
Dermot's taking Maria off to Venice for the weekend. She's going to be going up and down in their gonorrhea.
I think you mean gorgonzola.
You're right, gorgonzola. It's in the gorgonzola. It's the gonorrhea that rose it. Rory, why are you so sad?
well, that's because they did it without the audience. I read a thing like this is like the first time they've done it without a studio audience.
Well, there you go. That was a problem. Like the people, they didn't really.
I think that
it was funny though.
Yeah, they did all right.
When the Russian mafia guy is trying to be serious and he stuffs it up, he's sort of like. And the guys around him are laughing at him, and he's just like. Yeah. No, but look, it was goofy. It was stupid at times, and it was like, all the characters in the show are there. You're gonna have a good time, and they acknowledge that earlier on in the movie. Mrs. Brown walks out onto the set, and she goes, "What's going on here? This is the movies." And she pulls down the screen, the houses, and there's the real houses behind it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. They do, like a pantomime would. There's a song at the beginning, there's, you know, the usual stuff around it, and then there's a song at the end, and that's it.
Yeah.
But no, it was good to watch. Like, it's not the most original of stories. It's the old cliche of the banks foreclosing on the house or something like that story, and they got to pay it back and they can't, and it goes to court, and there's a big sad story where it's again the old cliche of, you know, the main character goes off and nobody knows what's happened, and they come back and everybody's like, oh, we don't care as long as you're safe and happy, we don't really care about that. You know what, that usually annoys me, but it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. You can't really say, look, this is, you know, it's Mrs. Brown's Boys.
I like it. They didn't drag it on too much.
No.
Like with that, there was, at least with that, you know, they'd go back to like the blind ninjas and stuff.
Yeah, the blind ninjas.
There's something that's quite original. Blind ninjas.
Yeah.
Does it involve blind ninjas? Go. Maybe.
Buster, does it involve blind ninjas? Maybe. No.
I don't want to know.
And then they're screwing up when they're trying to go inside. Brendan Carroll is trying to be an Asian. I think that's almost racist, but I don't think anybody really cared.
Well, they acknowledge that he's not actually Chinese.
Yeah.
So
you're not Chinese. What? I am Chinese.
They don't say what race he's trying to be, so that's probably how they got away with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, but
Mr. Wang, we're not leaving without you. Fuck him, leave him there.
Yeah, we can't actually show that it's the same person. Look, there's a cat.
Yes.
A random cat running by.
A white cat with a black tail.
Go chase the cat. No. No, but look, it's really good. If you're a fan of the show, go see it. Well, go see it from Mrs. Brown's Boys at the movies. So this thing at least does well. There's Brendan Carroll said it's a planned trilogy, so whatever happens with that, you know, I'll go see it. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
and it's good for a laugh. It's that stupid thing that we originally started doing, spoilers for. Not all movies are supposed to be art.
You'll sell your stall, you stupid bitch.
Anything else, love?
Yeah, this is just something different. I don't really like it. It's like they've shown that they could do the show if they had a budget, because, you know, they get out of the set, they get out of the studio.
Yeah, it's good. No, but it's good. And I think they're doing a new series now anyway.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna like do an animated show as well.
Oh, that'd be good.
Like they'll, yeah. No,
that's good. But we'll get to the rating. What do you think?
Oh yeah, like I really enjoyed it. Thought it was funny. I reckon there was just enough punch for the emotional bits. Like I watched the first 2 seasons, or sort of series, since it's a British series, before coming in. It's like it's very consistent with the show. Like she mentioned she runs a stall in the first episode.
Yeah, and the triplets we finally see.
Yeah.
They have the triplets at the end of the second season, and you don't see them with the third season. But there they are. They're in this.
Yeah, apparently they had like four babies playing them.
Yeah, well, that's what they do with movies.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
What was it? Oh, did. That's Ringo. Oh, dude. How could you name a kid fucking George? Oh dear, that's. Yeah. I thought it was George, and you should have said that, but no, they screwed that up.
Oh well.
Okay. Yeah, go on.
Rating. That's right. Well, I'm gonna give it 4. Might be biased because I love the TV series, but yeah, I couldn't find anything wrong with it because I enjoyed the show, loved the movie. I really liked how it did. And only fault, didn't have the theme song.
Oh, that's all.
It's a minor gripe, but yeah.
But they had a good catchy song, and it had the same sort of tune.
Yeah, it had the same sort of tune. For a moment, I thought it would be the theme song, but yeah, I'm not knocking off a star because it didn't have the theme song, because it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's not quite worthy of 5 stars, but they weren't shooting for 5 stars anyway.
I don't think they were.
They were shooting to entertain, and they entertained. So they entertained us. What did you give it?
Well, I knew what I was doing when I walked into this. I can't give it anything more than 3, but I don't want to give it anything less than 2.5 because I did that with Transformers.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is honestly,
It's better
for a movie, to rate a movie. It is, you got to think about what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, all right. Then on the other side, you're like, but it's Mrs. Brown. It's supposed to be like this. It's pantomime with older people going, fuck it, every 5 seconds. I'll give it a 3. I'll be generous. I'll go 3 because it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. But if you go into this movie, you just got to remember, it's supposed to be stupid.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie.
Well, that's all it is. It's a guy in a dress, for God's sake.
You could disguise yourself as a man.
No, Winnie, I'd never get away with it.
That does musical numbers every once in a while as well. So, if you like pantomimes, that sort of thing, go see this. This is really good.
Yeah.
And it's getting people to focus a bit more on pantomimes, which is good as well.
Which is good, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, cat! I'm watching you. Come here!
Good Lord, he's chasing the cat. Oh, he's fallen over. Well, that was Spoilers at the Movies. We'll see you next time. Bye.